Well, today it's a lovely day and I've driven over into the deepest, darkest parts of Essex to a place called Tollesbury. Now, I first heard about Tollesbury when I was watching the ITV drama Liar. At the start, the opening sequence of that, there was all the salt marshes and a canoeist who was actually going through the salt marshes. And I thought to myself, I want to do that. I've got myself like this inflatable canoe, so I want to test it out somewhere, and where better but Tollesbury. But apparently, we just got here, we're told the tide is out and it won't be until much later on today. We'll see anyway. I want to see what this place looks like. Apparently it's supposed to be absolutely wonderful. So when you get into Tollesbury, there is like a little car park. It's tiny and you have to take this little track. And it looks like it's, you can't go any further, but apparently you can actually walk around these gates at the end, and that actually leads into the sort of like edge of the salt marshes. The Tollesbury Marshes are managed by Essex Wildlife Trust. It's a coastal freshwater marsh. It's a bit pongy. It smells like sewage, but I guess that's the marsh itself that smells. It wasn't actually the marsh that smelled. We were right next to the sewage works. Now, there are various different routes you can take around the marshes, and these are all outlined on the map in the car park. This would be absolutely great to get in a canoe, but this is low tide now, so obviously it's very muddy and I don't have my wellies. But look at it, it's like if you imagine this from above, it looks like a maze, doesn't it? A maze of all these different mounds on this sort of estuary part of the Essex coast. It can get very windy and wet here, so do bring an extra pair of clothes. So I'm just going to climb down into the bog, the marsh. I want to show you these. There's hundreds of them. They're all dead. And there's lots and lots of these little crabs everywhere, like thousands of them. I wonder if I can get a crab sandwich somewhere. I'm a bit peckish. When you get to the salt marshes, you will see a red boat with a lighthouse on top of it. That's the harbour area, and that's where we headed to. The area is extremely popular with people who love sailing, canoeing or kayaking, and you can see signs of this as you drive into the village and also around the harbour with the sailing club and various different shops catering for enthusiasts. This red ship has been turned into an educational activity centre. A word of advice that was given to us by a local fisherman: don't drive right into the harbour past the floodgate, because if you do and the tide comes in and it's quite heavy tide, you could come back and find your car is actually underwater. Well, that's it from here in Tollesbury. It's just disappointing I didn't manage to get into the canoe. But if you want to find out more about where I came today, do check the details at the bottom of the screen. And also, don't forget to subscribe. Click on that subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching.